I think part of why I was so sensitive when I read Guy's piece today about that notion of how institutions create reality on something that is so sort of like simple as who discovered, who traveled to the North Pole first, right? Like seemingly an uncontroversial topic that you would not have necessarily vested interest in. I think part of the reason why I'm sensitive to that is, sort of watching the establishment deal with Bernie Sanders, particularly the establishment media. And that came up with Bernie Sanders' interview on TYT with Cenk Uygur yesterday. Let's listen to that clip.
I think what you have is a corporate media, which by definition has conflicts of interest, right? Comcast owns NBC. It's probably one of the most attested companies in the country. Disney is a co-owner. They're paying their workers in Disney World $8 or $9 an hour, bringing in people from around the world to replace American workers. These are issues, the important issues that they don't want to discuss. Second of all, the model for media coverage right now is 6-second sound bites and an unwillingness to talk about real issues in a serious way. For example, climate change. I have to write a letter to the presidents of all of the networks to tell them that on their Sunday shows, they never talk about climate change. Almost never talk about it. Why? Well, does it have to do with the fact that they got a lot of energy, coal company and oil company money advertising? I think it does, but they don't talk about it. Income and wealth inequality. Do you ever hear really serious discussions of why the middle class is disappearing, the people on top get all of it? Healthcare. You see Michael Moore's movie called Sicko?
Of course, yeah.
It was a brilliant movie. Mm-hmm. But I talk to young people, they don't even know that we are the only major country without health care for all. They don't know that in Germany or in Scandinavia, college is free. They don't know that. Media is not telling them that. So the media is an arm of the ruling class of this country, and they want to talk about everything in the world except the most important issues. Because if you talk about real issues and people get educated on the real issues, you know what happens next? They actually may want to bring about change. And last issue on that, you think you see NBC talking about Citizens United? I don't think so. Television stations make huge amount. They love Citizens United. All the super PAC money going in.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a long-term issue because it's not even the networks. It's the local stations. I think political advertising was, the last time I checked, was literally the number 1 or 2 source of revenue for television. And that's pretty amazing. And he didn't even get into TPP, which nowhere. I mean, there's virtually nowhere. Is there any talk, at least on the cable media and, obviously in the broadcast media as well? Here is, and we should say this, it's pretty cool to talk, to hear a presidential candidate who is now polling almost neck and neck in the Democratic primary. He is, of course, losing on the delegate counts and losing in terms of popular votes at this juncture. We'll see what it is in June. And a reminder, last chance to register if you're in New York or Wyoming. Do that today. To say the words ruling class. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy, but it's pretty crazy good. Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Yeah. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.